Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and I welcome all of you back to another Rage video, where tonight, ladies and gentlemen, I hope you guys like the strawberry as well. I must admit, I finally got it into a spot where it absolutely works. It doesn't quite look like the sort of strawberry that, in fact, actually, to be honest, again, for those who are sort of like wondering where why I'm wearing the strawberry at all, is because it's because if you sort of may have worked out right now, is that if you're watching this, then that means we are sort of like onto the our second stage of stage of the night, and what that basically means is that we are celebrating my 25th anniversary of being on this earth, and the way I thought how to do it is literally have some fun, give something back to all of you, because the best thing you've given me all this year so far, ladies and gentlemen, is sticking with us, and that's means more to me than you guys could even begin to think. So, thank you so much indeed. Now, let's get down to business, shall we? Jump left me feeling exhilarated, excited, and enormously over-emphatic about the entire thing. It's just, I kind of almost wanted to get straight into the next Van Halen song immediately afterwards. But then again, what better time than to do it than right now for my 25th. So, because we're only on to song number 2 of 25, ladies and gentlemen, I hope all of you guys are going to enjoy this with me, because I am absolutely going to give you guys fair warning right now, because I am absolutely... I don't know how well I'm going to keep these things still, but we'll find out together, shall we? So, if you guys want to check out the original video for yourselves, links will all be in the description down below. Let's begin. Mean Street in 3, 2, 1, and hopefully the internet will come back on so that I can actually get through this, but there we go. Oh man. Just the intro alone is like, God rest Eddie's soul, because how many guys do you think you could name off the top of your head that can have the kind of like the nail shattering riff that Eddie can do? I mean, there's very few guys I can honestly, maybe Slash might be, but no, if you really want the absolute best, Van Halen is who is where it's at. These are the Van Halen. If you want perhaps maybe the most underrated metal band of the big ones out there, Van Halen's easily got to be among them. They just have to be. And I'm somebody who's often said that Overkill is the most underrated band of all time, and we will be getting to them. Don't you worry about that. Oh, it got better. It just got better.
At night I walk this stinking street past the crazies on my block, and I see the same old faces and I hear that same old talk, and I'm searching for the latest thing I break in this routine. I'm talking some new kicks, ones like you ain't never seen. This is home. This is Mean Street. This is home. The only one I know. And we don't really back to my glow, 'cause we're sick of these four walls. Now what you think is nothing might be something after all. Now you know Poor folks play for keeps down here. They're the living dead. Come on
Down to Mean Street.
They're dancing now. Out on Mean Street. Dance, baby. It's always here now, my friend. It ain't once upon a time. It's all over but the shouting. I come to take what's mine. We're searching for the latest thing. A break in this routine. Talking some new kicks. What's like you ain't never seen. This is
Home. This is Mean Street.
it's our
Home.
only one I
No.
See, a gun is real easy in this desperate part of town. Turns you from hunted into hunter.
This is Mean Street.
Go and hunt somebody down. Wait a minute now. Somebody said fair warning, Lord. Lord, strike that poor boy down.
This is Mean Street. Oh, this is Mean Street. This is home, the only one I know. There we go, ladies and gentlemen. That was Mean Street by Van Halen, and Jesus, first of all, thank you, Eddie Van Halen, and God, I loved him so much. I think we all loved him that much, and I'm even getting fucking teary-eyed here. Out of almost all the bands I've listened to, like, for the last 5 years, I think I've missed Van Halen the most, because almost more universally than anything else, Van Halen, they carried an attitude of they've lived the good life, and they've lived in the real world, and they know that not great things happen in the real world. And we all know a place. We all know a Mean Street. We all know an Electric Avenue. We all know those sort of places. We also know, again, we know all things like, we know our penny lanes, and we also know our village ghetto lands. I don't think I'm making that up. That's a Stevie Wonder song right there, young sir. Now, ironically, I was kind of almost wondering if I've heard like the tune to this before, but I kind of almost remember that, like, I think it was oh god, what was it? Ugly Kid Joe. They did like something very similar to this, but it was about like on Look on the Bright Side. It was meant to be a sort of like a Hey Arnold sort of twist on Mean Street, where everybody was very pally with each other. It was written in the spirit that it took place in New York City, is what I'm getting. Almost something like the Care Bears meets the Warriors sort of thing. Mean Street, on the other hand, makes me. I own a copy of the movie The Warriors as well. I have had it for literally nearly 3 months. I haven't even watched it. Maybe, just maybe, I should just go and watch The Warriors. That's the one where the guy goes, Warriors, come out to play. Well, again, you didn't think I knew it all, did you guys? Ladies and gentlemen. Also, just can we just bring up the fact that I can honestly imagine Eddie just sort of like gently walking across the stage, maybe with a tab in his mouth, and he's just kind of just as almost like he tried to almost do it on purpose, but. No, for some reason I didn't really think they try to do it on purpose. I think they're just that good at what they do. And just to bring it back a little bit more, we all know what a mean street looks like. I worked, for example, in a town called Wallsend for nearly 3 years. Let me tell you right now, ladies and gentlemen, you want a depiction of a mean street, go to Wallsend. Literally earlier this night, we had these. Well, for those who don't know what Prime energy drinks are, they at the big Asda we had in Wallsend. They literally had like a notice saying that due to supply and demand, you only allowed to buy like 3 bottles per person, and they were charging like £2 a bottle. And then there was this huge group of very tall, lanky lads in coats and like jackets and puffer jackets and stuff like that. And they were literally trying everything so they could actually buy 5 or 6 at a time. And you could tell these were, I think they might have been people who literally were going to flog them for like an extortionate price. And I have no way to verify this other than the fact that there was a lot of them. And I don't think you could get Prime so cheap. Because even the people that none of these people look like they'd actually been to a gym, and the only time I actually would ever think about having Prime is if I was at the gym or just about to go to it. So that leaves me feeling a little bit suspicious. And then, of course, there's the fact that there's some kind of like harassment issue that goes on every single night in Wallsend. Somebody is like driving erratically. There's like infighting. There's like the smell of weed is everywhere in Wallsend. You get arsehole drivers. You get people who absolutely... Why is it all the fat chicks? They cross the road, but they go like diagonally, and they don't ever use the traffic lights. Like, they take all the time in the world, made longer because of the path they've gone, and, there's a car coming and all that, and like, yeah, take your time, love, crossing the road. I wouldn't. Damn. Okay, maybe that's just like a personal thing, but... Trust me, if you've been to Wallsend, you will absolutely know what it is. You know what? Meet me there and I'll literally take you through it, because literally, God almighty, like, because also the people that live there as well, some of them are very, very strange people, from delinquents, social misfits, criminals, junkies, dealers, addicts. You get literally every single type of social misfit in Wallsend, which is probably why I haven't like fit in there too much, even in 3 years of being there. It's one of those. The only thing that's probably made it slightly better is the fact that organized crime, like there aren't really many. Newcastle in general has never really had like a gang or like anything like knife crime or anything like that, but it only takes one. You know what I'm saying? It only takes one. And as Van Halen was saying, some people literally they consider this home as much as any other. But even so, that's all that is. So I wouldn't be surprised if literally this got stuck in my head every single time I walk up and down Wallsend. But that's probably going to be that for another day. I don't want to really go slagging off Wallsend literally all night, but again, we all know these places, and we all know exactly that this is just what happens. And Van Halen would sing about this in 1981. And here we are now, 42 years later, and the smell of it comes with you everywhere. You know what I mean? So anyway, I hope all of you guys have enjoyed this reaction video to Mean Street by Van Halen. Please make sure to leave all your thoughts and comments in the comment section down below and what you guys felt of Mean Street for yourselves. And I cannot wait to talk to you guys again in the next video. Take care, and bye-bye for now.